We are back from vacation and I'm bringing you along as I do a house reset after vacation. So much laundry we're going to be tackling, healthy meal prep to get back on course, lots of cleaning, lots of organizing, restocking, and just getting back to normal life. So if you're ready, let's do this together. Hey guys, welcome to Jamie's Journey. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I guess I'll start out by asking you, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I do. I hope you're doing well, and if you're not, hopefully by the end of this video you're feeling a little bit better. But I just want to say thank you for making time to hang out with me today. I truly appreciate it. So, we are back from vacation. We went on a family vacation to Hilton Head, South Carolina, which I live in Ohio, so it was about a 12-hour drive. First time taking all three girls to the ocean. Avery has been to the ocean, but she was 2, so she didn't really remember it. So this was really her first time remembering going to the ocean, and the twins' first time. So if you're new here, I have an 8-year-old daughter and then twin 4-year-old daughters. So it was our first true family vacation, and it was lots of fun. The joy I get from seeing the girls just so happy, it's an amazing feeling, and it was just an awesome vacation. So today you're seeing me over the next couple of days just reset my house, get back in order, and back into our healthy living routine. So we got back on late Friday evening from our vacation, and originally we were going to stay at the hotel from Saturday to Saturday, but then for whatever reason we couldn't stay Friday night, so we ended up leaving. And Mike and I have talked that we may make this a thing moving forward, because for us to go to the ocean, the closest ocean to us is 9 hours away. We went 12 hours away. So in the past, when we would go to North Carolina, South Carolina, or to the beach, you know, it's a 12 or 13 hour drive for us. We would leave on Saturday morning, get back late Saturday evening, and then you just have Sunday to recoup and reset yourself. And when we did that, we didn't have 3 kids. Mike and I were both going into an office full time. So now it's just, you know, we have the 3 kids. When we get back, they need time. Like, they were exhausted, and you know, their emotions were all over because they were exhausted from the vacation. We were exhausted from driving and the vacation. You have all this laundry, and there's just, I mean, I don't need to tell this. You guys know there's a lot you need to do when you get back from a vacation. So it was nice to get home on Friday night and still felt like we had 2 days before, you know, the normal life responsibilities kick in on Monday morning, whether it's summer camps or softball games, soccer practices, Mike going back into the office, like things like that. So it's just nice to have those 2 days to really reset yourself. And then I started on Sunday trying to get the house reset. So this was a mess after we just kind of relaxed for a little bit. And then I was like, okay, I'm ready. Let's do the laundry. Let's get the house reset. just sharing a little bit of real life messes around here. I don't know, I think there was a hole in one of the garbage bags because usually it does not look this bad. So I think that was chocolate milk in the bottom. So I think there was a hole or something in the bag, and that was not like that while we were gone on vacation. So it's not like we came home and it smelled or anything. But this hand steamer, okay, so I got this because you guys know I love my Bissell Steam Shot hand steamer. But the one that I have, the deluxe version, it's really hard to find. It's barely in stock, and I am constantly getting asked about like certain attachments that I use that don't come with the other versions of the Bissell Steam Shot. So I would always try to find like different links and things like that, and I could never find them. So then I came across this one on Amazon, and it's a dupe. It's, I believe, a little bit cheaper than the Bissell even, but it has all the attachments that my deluxe version has. So I bought it because I figured, okay, if this works just as good, it can be another option to tell people, because I always hate it when you guys message me and you're like, where's that attachment that you use on your mirror or your glass doors? And mine didn't come with it. So the deluxe version is just always sold out. So I bought this, and I will tell you, it is a good dupe for the Bissell Steam Shot Hand Steamer Deluxe. I will have it linked below, so I can tell you, I didn't want to just recommend it without trying it myself, but it's pretty good. So here I was going to use my O-Cedar spin mop to clean my baseboards. They had gotten kind of dusty. I'll kind of show you some of the dust that was on there. Also, going around the kitchen table, there were some splatters of food because one of our kids is very messy. I mean, all three of them are somewhat messy because they're young, but one specifically, I feel like everyone has one kid in their family that is just, when they're done eating, I'm like, what did you do? So there's always food splattered on these baseboards around the table, so I was just going around and quickly cleaning those and dusting them at the same time. This is like my lazy way of cleaning my baseboards. But if you guys can't get down on your hands and knees, it's not easy for you, this is a great alternative, and it works pretty well. So we had gotten groceries delivered from Walmart just so I could fully restock the fridge. We did pick up a few groceries from Aldi because I love Aldi, but it was nice to have a bulk of the groceries delivered from Walmart so I could get everything restocked. And I think we were all kind of overeating out and we were ready for some healthy meals. So you're also going to see me doing some healthy meal prep. But again, I just want to say thank you guys for being here, and I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're hanging in there. I hope I hope life is not too tough on you right now. I've gotten a few messages from people over on Instagram, and I know a lot of you guys are going through some heavy stuff, and I just wish there was more that I could do. But just know that I'm thinking of you. If you're going through a rough time, I'm thinking of you. I'll pray for you, and I just hope that you know that you are strong. You are strong. You will get through this, and I know it's tough, but I know you're all dealing with so much right now, and just hang in there. You'll get through this, I promise. So the girls love when I fill up these little water bottles for them. Again, I think a lot of with kids, it's just like changing up the presentation of like snacks or food or drinks that make it more fun. So I got these off of Amazon. I'll have them linked below, and I was just putting in some flavored water for them. But let's just jump into high point and low point to the week, because there's a lot of high points to talk about. Obviously, our family vacation was certainly the high point. I know a lot of you guys have been through this. You've had young kids, gone on vacation, or maybe you're in the thick of it. But like I said, this was like our true first big family vacation. Of course, we do a lot with the kids locally, but this is like our first big vacation. And I left Hilton Head, just my heart so full of love, and I just know that I feel like we're starting our life, So I think that's the high point of just having the time of my life with my little family. I talked about this in another video. I think I'm just truly a better older mom, and I know I have 4-year-olds, so I know a lot of people wouldn't consider that older, but I just think I do better with older kids. And I am just loving where we're at right now. I'm loving the ages and the stages, and just we get to do stuff now. Because with twins, it's especially when they're little, it's just feedings and diapers and tantrums, and because you're dealing with it just seems like so much more because it's 2 versus 1. And not to mention, we went from having 1 kid to being completely outnumbered. So finally we're just we're settling down, and we're enjoying and loving life. So that was for sure the high point. Just the best vacation ever. Oh, this is a little snack basket I make in the pantry. So when the girls want a snack, I'm like, okay, girls, go grab something out of the snack basket. That way I know that they're getting something that I'm approving of. It just gives them a little bit of choice, which they like, and I can control it a little bit. But the one thing that shocked me, really quickly, I don't know if you saw, the girls are running around playing, having fun. Addison was over there back by the windows. She was cleaning bugs off the windowsill. You know, we have a pond in our backyard. Well, not our backyard, but outside of our property, there's a pond. We're we're surrounded by a lot of fields, so there's a lot of mosquitoes and bugs. Well, and specifically bugs, like mosquitoes, they'll fly in, and then we'll find them on the windowsills. Well, she was going around and she was cleaning the bugs off the windowsills, which I thought was so cute. I did not ask her to do that. She just told me that she did it, which I thought was super cute. To leave and go take the girls somewhere. We're gonna have some fun, but meal prep, more cleaning, more house resetting tomorrow. Welcome back. So I'm kind of continuing on this house reset, and my plan for today is I want to do some healthy meal prep. I want to meal prep some chicken. I want to meal prep some chicken, healthy lunches. I want to finally fold all of that laundry, vacuum, mop, just some healthy snacks for the girls. And I don't know, that is my plan for today. So I'm just hoping, I told Mike last night, I was like, I cannot wait until tomorrow is over, so today, because then I finally feel like we'll kind of be back into the swing of things, like have our house back in order after vacation. It's like you do all of this before vacation to get ready, and then you get home and you have all this laundry. And the house wasn't a mess when we got home because I made sure it was clean. But then as soon as we get home, it gets messy. We took a few days to kind of like relax, but now we have all this laundry to do, laundry to fold, house to clean. And I don't know, I'm just ready to get back into a normal routine. And I feel like after today, I'll be back into it. So hopefully I can have a good day. I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you, I'm not feeling the best. I'm feeling very low energy. I think I need to go to see my chiropractor. I noticed that, I'm not sleepy tired. My body is just feels exhausted, and I've done nothing out of the norm, and my lower back is hurting. I think it's from being in the car for 13 hours on the way home, and then I think it's just from being in the car on vacation for 13 hours there and back. And so I just think that being in that position for so long, it kind of messed up my back. So I need to go see the chiropractor, and my whole body just feels fatigued. So I'm going to try to get in there this week. But anyways, just not feeling the best, but I cannot wait. I'm like motivated to get my house back in order. So if you're not having a good day, you're not feeling the best, I probably look a little tired. I actually feel good. It's just the body that is tired. So if you're not feeling the best, that is okay. We will get this done together. So here I was just disinfecting my mattress. In the water bottle I have at least 70%, I think it's 70% isopropyl alcohol and half water. So half 70% isopropyl alcohol and half water, just a way to disinfect the mattress. I'm going to do that, and then I'll come back in after it dries to spray my allergen spray on there. But I'm just chugging along, trying to get the house reset before I do some healthy meal prep. Okay, so getting into the low week, I would say the low point to my week is something that I'm really working on. And in the spirit of being open and honest, I am currently working on my patience. I will admit patience is something I've always struggled with slightly, which can be a little bit tough as a mom, but especially, now it's about the middle of the summer. The girls are not used to being together all day, every day. The twins go to school a couple days a week, but they're playing with other people, engaging with other people and doing activities. Avery's used to being gone all day, every day. So just my patience is being tested. I'm working on myself, working with them, just some sibling arguments and disagreements, if you will. So I'm working on my patience, but it's just not all sunshine and rainbows every single day, and I just want I don't know. I'm just trying to better myself, work on the kids as well, trying to work together, but that patience I'm working on. So I am making my egg bite recipe. This is the Starbucks copycat recipe. I'll have the recipe link below, but I think the secret ingredient is full fat cottage cheese, and then you put a pan of water. You'll see me do that. A pan of water in the bottom while they're cooking, and that helps create a humid environment and makes them really moist. So recipe, super simple, super easy to make, in the description.
My demons tell me that I'm useless and I don't have anything. Then it's quiet. 'Cause they are lying. Oh, so quiet.
So for me, I just love chicken. I like having chicken prepared, ready to go for salads or wraps, specifically for lunches. So this one, I just put in some chicken breasts, some cumin, garlic powder, and chili powder, and then a container of pico de gallo and a little bit of water. Then I was going to cook it on low. And I'll have this, I think what I put in it, in the description. It's not really a recipe, just threw some things together because I just like having yummy chicken on hand, and then sometimes I just want the chicken and I'll pair it with some broccoli or sweet potatoes or some cilantro lime rice. I love cilantro lime rice, or quinoa. So just like having those good chicken on hand. And then these are the egg bites when they were done cooking. Silicone molds, those are key too. I love this silicone cupcake or muffin tin. It's really great for these specifically. This was a Southwest salad recipe that I found on TikTok that I'm gonna, I wrote it out, it'll be in the description, but it's just chicken. So I got some rotisserie chicken from Walmart, then I put in some shredded cheese. You can put in half of an avocado. I just use the guacamole packets that I get from Costco, some bacon bits, or you can put in real bacon, corn, and then you're going to mix up some plain Greek yogurt with some ranch seasoning for your dressing, and then you can put it all together and you have a nice Southwest salad recipe. So I was going to meal prep that for lunches. But stay tuned because I'm going to do or answer some questions while Mike and I fold all of the laundry that we had after vacation. So one thing that I was shocked about was the drive there and the drive back. So it took us about 13 hours. The girls did phenomenal. And when I say this, our girls aren't used to being in the car. All of our family lives locally. I mean, we don't really drive outside of an hour. I mean, really outside of a half an hour too often. For sure not outside of an hour. They don't drive outside of an hour very often. And so I'm like, 13 hours, how is this going to go? But you guys, what was insane? I went to the Dollar Tree. I went to Target in the dollar section. Got all these little activities for them. Of course, they have their tablets. But I was holding off giving their tablets not because I care. I mean, my girls have tablets. We utilize them. No shame in our tablet game at all, especially on a 12-hour, 13-hour car ride. But what I was afraid of, if I gave up the tablets, and they didn't ask when we got in the car, I was afraid that if I gave them up too early, if they got bored, then what do we do? So I was like, I'm not going to give them the tablets until they ask. So we left. We got up at 5:30. Mike and I kept them up until about 10:30, 11 the night before. We woke them up at 5:30. They got up, got in the car, fell asleep for 3 to 4 hours. When I say my girls are good sleepers, they sleep in late. That's also why I can get in morning workouts, is because my kids sleep until 8 o'clock. So I'm not getting up at the crack of dawn myself. But they got up, went to bed for 3 or 4 hours, slept almost 9 or 10 a.m., and then they colored a little bit, and then they just kept staring out the window. I could not believe it. They used their tablets not at all on the way there, because they never asked. And then on the way home for 2 hours. That was it. That was it. It just blew my mind. Most of the time, you guys, they sat and just looked out the window, which was amazing. I was like, I think they're tricking us into saying, hey, we can handle this. Let's do this again. Which, hey, it's true. I think before this year, the first 3 years with 3 kids and twins, you're just almost just trying to survive in a way. And we would do things as a family, but they were more locally or, just during the day. Or even Mike and I would take Avery and do things with her. And so I feel like a whole new chapter of our life is starting, because now we're at this age where Avery, being 8, still wants to do the things her sister wants to do. Now, Avery and I did go on a bike ride, when we were in Hilton Head that the twins didn't go on, which, was totally fine. There's stuff that she wants to do that the twins can't do, but there's definitely a lot of stuff that they want to do together. So I think we're in that sweet spot, probably for a couple of years before Avery gets to be like a preteen or a teenager where she doesn't want to do what our little sisters are doing. But we're at that stage right now where they like doing the same stuff. So we swam, we played in the ocean, we played in the sand. They had this water, bounce house water slide, and the kids said that was their favorite, which kind of made me laugh, because I'm like, this is something we could have in Ohio, of course. We drive 12 hours to the beach, the ocean, and one of their favorite things is a big blow up water slide that we could rent and have in our own backyard. But that's kids for you. So something else that's funny. Oh, I should add that these 2 days you're seeing me clean, and I always say this, but I know that I constantly get questions. You probably have seen the kids like running around in the background. They've been here the entire time. It's just, number one, we're at that age where they can run around and play and occupy themselves, and I'm not cleaning all day. I know it looks like I'm cleaning all day. Well, I am cleaning all day, it's just broken up. So if I am cleaning, it's usually broken up, taking breaks, doing stuff with them, or, whatever. Or if you see me cleaning, maybe it's a lot in like a short period of time. So the kids are running around. It's kind of crazy that I'm at that place where I can sit there and clean for an hour or two, and they're running around just playing and having fun. But we also have, so the basement guys are still here working on the basement. And so I'm also trying to work around them, and I feel so awkward. Like they're probably like, this girl with a camera mopping and vacuuming her floors. That's gotta be such a weird concept. I feel like this cleaning YouTube world, I think, is one of those, it's like a specific community that not a lot of people know about, especially I would assume like grown men wouldn't know anything about the cleaning community on YouTube. So I always just feel so awkward and kind of embarrassed. So I was like trying to hide the camera. Luckily we can, for the most part, hear them coming up because I have plastic on the stairs. So like if I would hear them open the door or come up, I'd try to hide the camera, but it's just kind of awkward, and I was dodging that as well. Alright, so I'm going to ask some questions. If you guys like these Q&As while I'm folding laundry, definitely let me know in the comment section. But the first question is, what's the best advice for someone wanting to start a YouTube channel but is nervous? I'm going to tell you right now, girl, do it. Just post. You don't think that everyone else out there who wants to start a YouTube channel isn't nervous? I promise you. I had this voice in my head for years to start a YouTube channel, but I knew that I wasn't the type of person who starts a YouTube channel. After about 3 years, I opened up, after I had a drink or two, I opened up to Mike about it, and he thought it was really cool. I thought he was going to shoot me down, but I was even nervous to tell him. And then I told him, he said, go for it. Fast forward 2 months later, I still had not posted a video because I was scared, I was nervous, and he was like, Jamie, do it, you can do it. If he wouldn't have pushed me, I promise you I never would have done it because of nerves. So, everyone is nervous. I know you're going to think that your content does not measure up to anyone else's. I promise you, just start. That first video you post, and then have your goal be every single video, do something different, get better. Even if it's a tiny little tweak, get better every video. Just post. Everyone is nervous. You can do it. I promise you, just post. Another question, do you like having your washer and dryer on the main floor, or would you change it to the floor of your bedroom? So in our last house, our washer and dryer was upstairs. In this house, you guys know it's downstairs. I would honestly, I say that there's pros and cons to both. I truly do. I think there's pros and cons to both. With that being said, if I could choose, I would have probably put it on the floor of all the bedrooms, the second floor. It's just easier because if you have all the clothes up there, all the dirty clothes are up there, you wash them up there, and then you put them away up there. It's just easier. That was not an option for us. We were able to pick out all of the inside stuff, but we couldn't alter the floor plan, which we were okay with. That's why we chose this specific, we didn't want a custom build. But I still think there's some pros to having it downstairs. It is nice when we come off from a dirty softball game or the park and we're muddy, we can just kind of throw everything in there. So I do like it down there for that reason. Or if Mike and I, on the weekends, we're always, or at night, we're watching TV, Netflix, movies, it's just a lot easier to pop in the laundry room off of the couch than when you're downstairs and having to go upstairs. I know that sounds really whiny, but there's still pros and cons, but I would say I probably prefer it on the second floor because it's just easier to keep everything on the same floor. Another question is, what's your favorite qualities about each other? That's from my really good friend, Stacy. So my favorite quality about Mike is that he is very selfless. That is the one thing that I really admire by him, because I don't think he has a selfless bone in his body. He bends over backwards to make sure that my life is as easy as he can make it, and the girls, and he just always puts us first in every way, whether it's working late, working harder, working more, bending over backwards so I can sleep in or work out or do stuff with the girls. So I just admire his selflessness. And for him, he says he most admires how hard I work. And he just said that's the number one trait that he said among a lot of traits, but the number one trait he hopes the girls get from me is that he hopes they're just hard workers, because he really admires my work ethic, which I thought was really nice. Someone asked, what is your parenting style? Do you and Mike ever disagree on discipline? And honestly, we don't. This is one area that we are 100% on board with. I never see him getting, I will admit that he's more strict than I am, but we're 100% on the same page, which is a relief. And I'm happy we're on the same page. Like, whatever decisions he makes parenting, I always fully agree with, and that's how I would handle them, and vice versa. So I would say that we're pretty strict. We're not super, super strict, but we're more strict than not. My goal is to raise respectful, kind humans, and hardworking. Just try your best, be respectful and kind to everyone, and have manners. We are so strict about manners. So I would say we're pretty strict, but we are on the same page. Someone asked if I like living in Ohio, and the answer is yes. Mike and I never really considered moving anywhere else, which I'm sure is kind of crazy to some of you, but all of our family lives within a half an hour of us, and we always knew with kids we wanted to be close to family, so we never considered living any other place. And I do like in Ohio we have 4 true seasons. Like in the winter it gets below 0, freezing cold temperatures, snow, we get wet springs, summer it can get hot and humid. Like we're usually about between 85, 95 with decent humidity. Nothing too bad. It's not like Florida humidity, but it does get humid here. And then the fall is just your beautiful, like the type of fall you see on the movies or TV. We have a beautiful fall, which is my favorite season. So I do appreciate the 4 true seasons. The only thing is I think my body is more made for hot weather. When we were down in Hilton Head, South Carolina, I ran outside 4 days because I love the hot weather. I love being sweaty and hot and working out. It just makes me feel good. So my body tolerates the heat way better than the cold. I'm kind of a baby when it comes to the cold. So that's kind of weird, but there's just so many pros to living in Ohio that we'll always stay here. Someone asked, what is your favorite thing to gift/receive from each other? And I just asked Mike, I said, what do you like? What type of gifts do you like to receive from me? And he said gifts that he didn't ask for. So like a gift that, he loves to golf, he loves baseball, he loves any sport really. So if I think of, if I'm out shopping and I see something golf related and be like, he would really like this, and I get it for him and he didn't even think about it, didn't know he wanted it, and I give it to him, he said like those are the best gifts because I thought about him when I saw that. And for me, I think Mike is actually a really good gift giver, and he's actually more of the spender. I'm more of the saver. And which I think is kind of interesting because you would think someone who works in finance and has been a financial advisor, you would think, and we're both big on savings in general, you would think that he would be more of the saver, but he's not. I'm more of the saver for sure. But anyways, he likes getting me things that I wouldn't buy for myself. So there are things there's this pizza oven. I love pizza. It's my favorite food. I love a good home cooked pizza. And my parents have a pizza oven and I really wanted it, but I thought it was too expensive. I did not want to buy it. And he kept saying, buy it, buy it, buy it. And I didn't buy it for myself. So he got it for me for Mother's Day. And so it's like things like that he knows that I want and probably deserve. And I mean, it was a gift for the whole family, but he goes out of his way to get me things that I would not buy for myself.
The comforter is still drying. Usually that takes a little bit while to dry, so I just gotta do that. And then the rugs, I get to tumble dry on low, and then I can put those fresh, clean rugs down, and woo! I feel like it was a successful house reset. I'm exhausted, but mainly it's because I need to go see the chiropractor. So I will be able to get in here in a couple of days, feel better, but it definitely feels good to have the house reset, although even though I've cleaned a lot, the house is still messy because of kids, but that's to be expected. We don't have much to do tomorrow, so I think before I take them to the park, we'll try to rally the troops and get everything kind of picked up before we get some time outside. So we have that. Then Avery has our league tournament, a league tournament game tomorrow and the next day. So some fun days coming up, and I'm just glad that we're back to normal, back to baseline, and it just feels good to be settled essentially after vacation. You guys are amazing. You seriously are. So grateful to have you in my life. So thank you for making a huge difference, because you make a huge difference in my life, that's for sure. So thank you so much for being here. I will see you guys next Sunday. I think next week I'm planning on filming, I'll film like my normal Sunday video, and then I think maybe next week I'll do a mom life clean with me. We have some stuff coming up, and I thought it'd just be a good mom life clean with me. So that'll be a Thursday bonus video, which I'm not sure when that'll go up, but here sometime soon. But anyways, thank you guys. You're awesome, and I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.